What is economics in a democracy? That too, a democracy like India, it's politics. Economics in a country like India is all politics. Economics in China be just economics. So in China, you can have economics, you can have governance, you can have economic governance, and you can have politics. In a country like India, as in the US, all economics has to be politics, and frankly, then politics becomes economics because your success on economics does play a great role in determining whether you win or not. Why did the UPA lose so badly? It's a trick question because I have mischief in my mind, on my mind. It lost very badly because it came up with great ideas. In fact, in the past 20 years, some of the most creative ideas on economic reform, on foreign policy reform, on embracing the new changing globalized world, of globalizing India's economy and financial system, on cutting subsidies, on balancing the budgets, on creating new institutions of governance and economy, all came from UPA government. And yet they ended up with 44 seats in a house of 543. That's because their intellectually, their economics was fine, but their politics was all wrong. And politics was all wrong because people who formed the intellectual engine of economic thinking, economic and foreign policy thinking, and two are very linked now in that government, they were in complete disconnect with the politicians who controlled their fortunes. So this was almost like a railway train with an engine in front and an engine in back, each one pulling in a different direction. An engine in the back being about 20 times stronger than the engine in front. So while the intentions were good, things were slipping actually backwards. I can count those ideas: direct benefit transfer of subsidies, rolling back of fuel subsidies, power sector reform at all levels, public-private partnerships in many areas of infrastructure, unique identity program to give every Indian a biometric identity, land boundary agreement with Bangladesh. In fact, the gentleman who did a lot of the homework is sitting right here, Shekhar Menon. GST, all these things were ready to be done. The previous government was not able to do it because its politics was not right. And because its political masters did not give the Prime Minister, Prime Minister's office, and the government the kind of control and respect they must have in a system like India, they were not able to move. So big change in India now is not that India has had a big change of heart and a change of mind and suddenly we have a very reformist government. We just have a government. We have a government whose writ runs. So in the past 1 year, 80%, 90% of the good news on the economy that you've seen coming out of this government, economy and foreign policy, is basically cooking up all the vegetables and masalas that the previous government had cut and kept ready. So it was all half done. So the difference between 2014 and 2014 onwards is that we now have a government whose writ runs. So that's a very big thing. I mean, you've seen this in the US when you have lame duck presidents, double lame duck presidents who are kneecapped. Right?
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
You've been there, done that.